Welcome to the UNC Podcast, where the intent is to provide insightful discussions around spirituality, purpose, and self-improvement. These messages are for everyone out there that can relate and to help provide understanding to our purpose. I've been anticipating this video for some time as I truly get the most fulfillment talking about how wonderful and beautiful it is when a lifetime bond is formed between people. We are all made to have experiences, and we are all made to understand those experiences based on the feelings we feel as we experience them. And the feeling of connectivity, the feeling of being desired, the understanding that a spirit you trust and can share your vulnerabilities with will also physically wrap themselves around you and literally for a period of time will remove the soul and consciousness away from your body. Now, everybody listening is grown, so you all know exactly what I'm talking about. There are very few, if any, that I can think of that I've met or spoken with that never desired this type of connection. Some may not anymore due to the negative feelings they want to protect themselves from, which was caused by past experiences. However, they definitely had that desire at one point. There are also some that experience this connection with one person for a lifetime, and there are others that unfortunately experience this only intermittently. And then there are the many that were like me, that had to understand I could only experience it intermittently until I learned that I had to see life through non-worldly lenses in order to have a path of experiencing it for a lifetime. And lifetime, y'all, is only relative to the longevity of your individual life as well as the life of your spouse, which means you are responsible to do all you can to make sure you operate the best you can for as long as you can for them. And yes, family, I said spouse. UNC will always promote for healthy relationships that turn into healthy marriages, specifically though, under God's protection and guidance. And as already stated, y'all are grown, so hopefully you'll take this message into consideration. Otherwise, continue to do what you do and accept the results that you get. For those out there that still can't wait to find that one that provides you those lifelong benefits, trust. Understand? I know I operate far greater with the everyday, unquestionable, undeniable benefits my wife provides to me, which she has also echoed for herself when it comes to what I provide to her. However, let me be clear. We provide the same beneficial results for each other, but we require them completely different. What do you mean, huh? Let me talk about such benefits. Emotional support for one. Ladies, you can't help that your emotions are so strong inside you, as it's how you were created. And you will always have days, times, and experiences that just cause your emotions to be all over the place. At those times when you think everything is falling apart and you have no desire to do anything to get your mind right, somehow your man, whose emotions don't waver that much, which at times probably pisses you off like he doesn't care, but at that moment of your internal turmoil, his calm, ease, and understanding to resolve issues brings you all the emotional balance you need to reset. You can't understand why, but you know you need to be next to him as the weight somehow is lifted off of you and onto him. And fellas, you know those times when you think you have to be strong every minute without a chance to think of yourself because the worries of everyone else is on you. Or the times you don't understand if your work is appreciated or even achieving the results you needed to satisfy everyone. But then somehow, that woman who has been heavenly blessed with emotions, which enhances her ability to clearly pay attention and understand exactly how you move, exactly how you act, and exactly how you showcase your satisfaction to things in your life. Somehow that woman is able to provide you peace inside and out. Somehow the chaotic environment you live in is quiet, and you can now clearly think and figure out the next steps for all those counting on you. Somehow you realize you're eating another plate because the first one you had one of your favorite meals on it. Somehow you wake up and you remember her touch on your back and head before your mind and body rested before you peacefully went to sleep. This type of connection, family, relieves stress on each person, and lowered stress means there is an absence of anxiety and or depression, which obviously is extremely beneficial for mental health. What's some other benefits? You have self-confidence. Now tell me, can you think of a person who doesn't walk and talk with higher confidence and self-esteem when they have a spouse that they respect? I don't know a man who has a wife by his side, and I don't mean just a woman who wears a ring, y'all. I mean a woman who operates with a purpose towards her husband and the success of their family. I don't know a man who has a wife like that who doesn't feel he can't achieve anything he sets out to accomplish. Men understand the difficulties of going through life with someone, so men will show enormous amounts of respect to other men who are able to maintain and balance having a wife, family, as well as a career. Ladies, please understand that other men will look to see how you represent yourself and family to determine the type of person your man ultimately is. Gentlemen, Although some ladies may not want to admit it, women are ecstatic going into a room full of people knowing the man's arm she walked in holding is respected by other men and desired by other women. And nah, fellas, it's not about you getting the attention either in this situation. Just understand a woman will fill up with excitement and confidence knowing she has something that others do not. Protection and security are always at the top of the list women require from a man she respects. If you think a woman doesn't think she is fortunate when she has a man like this, then see how this woman acts when other women try to get his attention. Family, when we bond with each other like this, there are so many upsides to life. It'll never all fit in a single video. However, I can tell you from a man's perspective, coming up in the corporate world early in my life, I saw it was far easier to move up in your career when you have a spouse and family. Career life is spending hours away from the ones you love for the benefit of the ones you love. It's easier to have a career that supports when there is support towards that career. I won't say all, but a huge majority of the men I saw moving way up the career ladder were married with families. And I don't believe that was coincidental. And I bring this up not to say men want women for career's sake, but a man is judged on his production to the world. And the level of productivity for a man typically will significantly increase when he has a woman that inspires him and a family that looks up to him. Just think about it. To have a healthy marriage or lifelong relationship, there must be healthy teamwork and cooperation with others. There must also be understanding, patience, and consistency. These are key attributes that help maintain healthy relationships. But take note, these attributes positively affect all areas of our lives. Understand that healthy relationships already have people with healthy mindsets in them, which means they have done their work already to be healed. It is very important for all of you to understand that healthy minds operate by working to resolve and overcome problems with the least amount of chaos as possible. I'm not sure modern relationships today follow that model. We also have life communication. The benefit of having someone to converse with for life about everything. A person that cares about all the BS your life goes through. A trusting person that understands you well enough to be able to provide you sound advice and counsel in regards to all the troubles you may deal with. A person that will give you joy and peace through words, touch, and understanding. One that does not provide judgment to your life. And please don't believe that a friend can provide all this to you. The friend will provide all of this to the person that friend is in a relationship with, not you. And if they happen to be single, you still will not get all of it from them. They have their own life. For me specifically, every morning, y'all, I get to drink coffee and talk to my wife about what's needed for the day for us to complete and to get closer to our goal. Anytime I get stuck and need advice or direction, even on a video like this one, she will listen and provide feedback. I made a couple of decisions on investments that haven't turned out as expected. I'm not judged for taking a risk and creating a loss. She encouraged me to understand the issues, make adjustments if necessary, and she supports new ideas with full attention and a positive perspective. The support that I need is always there, and I know I have it for life. Last and certainly not least is the benefit of family. For myself and most people, there is nothing more valuable in life than the legacy of family, and I truly believe it's only explained by experience and not by words. However, I will give you some additional depth of my family to help explain. Many wonder why I chose to marry again in my life, and it was very simple for me. I had a dream for a family when I was young, yet I never learned how to plan one, so I went out of order and failed on more than one occasion. I saw as my kids grew up and they had no understanding of how a healthy, tight family unit worked, which made me realize neither did I since I hadn't provided it for them. I took my experiences and used them to learn from, which led me to doing my internal work to heal and learn how to maintain a family unit that brought respect, togetherness, support, and love. I've always known my legacy will be based on the value the world credits me with having provided to it during my time here. Maybe these videos blow up one day, helping millions around the world, and people may look to that as my legacy. However, I want everyone to know that the legacy I truly care about providing to the world will come through the actions of the people I created and the people I've been directly responsible for during my life. My soon to be 5 adult children. My legacy will be making sure they are productive in this world and that they understand how to fulfill their legacy of doing the same with their own created families. My kids all come from a broken environment that was created for them, and creating a family environment for them to be a part of so they can learn what it looks like before they start their own family is a reason I, as well as my wife, married. My family is blended. However, unblended and broken is how they understood and felt comfortable to go about their life. My wife and I are very intentional on how we've chosen to go through life together, with her and I being the primary beneficiary of each other, and our children and their future children being the beneficiary of the family we've established and the support system they have with each other for life. This is the family benefit. From a man of God's perspective, I'm going to quote Proverbs 18, verse 22. He who finds a wife finds what is good and receives favor from the Lord. I know I received a blessing by finding a wife that believed in my leadership, that wasn't hardened from the obstacles she overcame in her life, and that was willing to respectfully provide her support and cooperation towards me. I also know I was only able to find her when I was looking through healed lenses, as I know we are what we attract. I appreciate you tuning in, family. Please stay connected with Uncle on all social media platforms for updates, behind the scene content, and discussions. I make videos to reinforce what our God wants for us, as my purpose is only here to assist. You can lead a horse to water, but you cannot force it to drink. As always, be blessed.